The way I felt about myself, my confidence, my appearance, I wasn't happy. Like I got diagnosed with lupus, and I mean I've suffered from a thyroid disorder for years, so that wasn't new, but the lupus was new for me, the eczema was new for me.
You were drinking quite a lot, right?
I was, yes. Well, there was nothing else to do during COVID. Bad habits just stuck for the 6 years until I decided to walk in your doors on March 30th.
Uh-huh.
Sunday was my last drink.
Almost 3 months. Welcome. We are here with Sofia, who has been in our 12-week metabolic reset accelerator. We have not finished the 12 weeks, but she's made amazing progress. We're getting close. We have a few days left, but I'll let Sofia do the talking. Sofia, welcome in. What I do want to know before anything, where were you in March 30? What was going on in your life that had you join me on this program? Because it was a very different Sofia than the one we have here right now.
Geez, where do I start? Well, at the time, my highest was almost 40 pounds. I was hitting 158, and normally I weigh 120, so that was a lot. I wasn't happy with myself. I was always in a bad mood. I didn't shop for a long time because I didn't like to go shopping. I didn't like to try on clothes. I wasn't comfortable with myself. And I saw you posting and I ignored it the first few times. And I think it was like the third time it kept popping up on my feed. So I was like, that's a sign. And so I registered, and I remember you had made a comment like, don't be late because you take somebody else's spot or something like that. And I don't remember what was going on that day, but I was busy and I almost didn't make the session. And then the guilt hit and said, oh man, I'm taking someone else's spot that could take advantage of this. So I showed up and here I am.
So, how much weight have you lost so far?
So far, 20 pounds.
20 pounds down.
20
You're
pounds.
so close to the goal, right?
Yes.
22% body fat. That's the one that usually lacks. It takes a little bit longer to get that one, but you've made progress. Like full transparency, because I know you had come to us, what, 6 years ago? And then you left, and then COVID happened, and then you came back a little after COVID, right?
I did. I went back in early 2023,
Uh-huh.
um, and I signed up. I paid for the whole year and asked me how many times I went.
Well, you told me like you didn't show up even once. What happened those 3 years that you were like, you know what, I gotta go back to that, other than the weight? Like, was it weighing on you like emotionally? Was it affecting you like your confidence or energy? Like, what was like the most painful aspect that you were like, I gotta go change this?
Honestly, it was all of it. I mean, just the way I felt about myself, my confidence, my appearance, I wasn't happy. It affected me emotionally, not just physically. I guess I just got tired. I got tired and I knew I needed to do something because aside from all of that, the weight gain and the way I was feeling emotionally, there was also a lot of health issues. Like I got diagnosed with lupus, and I mean I've suffered from a thyroid disorder for years, so that wasn't new, but the lupus was new for me, the eczema was new for me. And I know a lot of it has to do or had to do with my diet and the bad habits that I picked up over the 6 years I was gone.
And when you say diet, that wasn't like a healthy diet, right? That was
Oh,
just
no. No, no,
junk.
no.
I remember you mentioned too, you were drinking quite a lot, right?
I was, yes. Well, there was nothing else to do during COVID. That's all we did. I remember we would have Zoom meetings with our friends because we couldn't see our friends, and that's what we would do. We would drink over Zoom. How pathetic is that? Bad habits just stuck for the 6 years until I decided to walk in your doors on March 30th, and I haven't had a drink since March 30th, since March 29th, actually.
Uh-huh.
Sunday was my last drink.
Almost 3 months.
And I
Almost
don't
three.
miss it because my stress reliever is the workout. And I always knew in the back of my head, I'm like, if I go back to working out, I know I won't need to drink.
Going from that to not even drinking at all. You know what shift really surprised me and continues to surprise me about you? I don't say this in a mean way. I say with all due respect. When you came into that meeting, you were not this like the uplifted, positive, enthusiastic version that we get to see now every day. You were more like a draining, more like negative. And like very quickly, you became like boom, like a light bulb, like all positive. You're cheering others on. You're sharing positive things. You're smiling. Like it almost like your whole lens for life just got transformed. And that to me is like even more impressive than the 20 pounds because you just sound and look like a different person. And I'm just very proud to say that.
I am. I've been really emotional this week. I don't want to cry. I shared on the group the other day. I had a memory pop up for my son's graduation and I was huge. I mean, I know I've lost weight. I can tell I feel great. So I did side by sides like of my progress and it's a huge difference. I'm so happy. I don't have any regrets whatsoever of coming back.
You don't regret this at all.
No, not at all. I'd
That
do it all over again if I had to live.
That's amazing. Now that you say that, I know there's a lot of people that they need this change and they stop themselves. Maybe they're skeptical, maybe they don't trust us or they don't trust themselves. Like just a lot of people that are on the fence. And it sounds to me like if you would have one regret, it's not doing it sooner. What would you tell those people that are stuck, frustrated, not finding a way out of that hole, but they don't take that step? Maybe it's fear, maybe who knows what it is, but what would you say to those people?
I would say just walk through those doors because it's a life changer. It's a game changer, physically, emotionally, mentally. I can't tell you and how grateful I am, how everybody at Raw is just amazing. I don't think I would have accomplished all of this without all the support from everyone in the workouts and in the app in our group that we have because we just support each other and it's not a competition amongst each other. It's the support and encouragement that we give each other. Me and a few other members were talking the other day that the difference between Raw and other fitness facilities is the people around you because when you go to another gym, we call it a meat market. Like people go there to pick up people and to show off and that kind of stuff. And at Raw, it's a completely different environment. I mean, you go there for one purpose and one purpose only. And but at the same time, we're having fun, we're laughing. Not all the time. Sometimes we're like, Octavio, really? No. But no, the environment is just different. Even when we feel like giving up, you don't let us, and you're just amazing. You're just amazing. So what I would have to say to those who are on the fence is get over that fence and just do it. Get in there. You won't regret it, and it'll be the best thing you could have done for yourself. I turned 50 last a month, and my husband kept asking me, "What do you want for your birthday?" And my kids, "What do you want for your birthday, Mom? It's your big 50." And I told him, the greatest gift I could have given myself was going back to Raw and putting myself first this time because I always put everyone ahead of my needs and it feels good. It feels good to be a little I'm not being selfish. I'm just my kids are all grown up. I have nothing else to do and aside from working, so I figured I'd put it into something positive as opposed to going home and drinking my sorrows away.
Thank you for the kind words and sharing so transparently. And this has been just 3 months. Imagine if you just keep this path 6 months, 12 months, 3 years. Like it really stuck with me a few days ago when you posted in the group that you said something like, if I would have started this earlier, I already have like six pack and this and that. So just imagine like if you just don't fall off this path, if you just keep doing it, I'll tell you, the scary moment comes. Some people finish their initial period and then they think they got it. They okay, now let me just keep on my own or whatever. And then a lot of times I may run into them somewhere a month later or 2 months later, and they're like everything gone, all the progress
Progress.
erased. And I'm like, oh my God, Sophia's getting to that stage. I just want to know that she's not going back. You've tasted that already, and then you're tasting this now. Keep it going, please, whatever you do.
No way. I worked too hard to get to where I'm at. And a lot of people keep asking me, like, oh, when is it over? When are you done? And I want to continue it. I feel great. Why would I not want to keep going? I'm not going to make that mistake again because I made it once before and I'm not doing it again.
I'm proud to hear that. I'm proud to hear that because you're just scratching the surface. It's been 3 months. Seeing your transformation, I mean, I'm sure it gets both reactions, right? Like the positive, like, oh my God, what are you doing? And then a lot of times you get the negative, right? Like, when are you going to stop? Or no reaction. Because some people, have you faced both?
I faced all three. The oh my God, we're so proud of you, and you have the dedication. You've come so far. You look amazing. I've had the when are you gonna start? Stop. You've been at it for a while, and Isn't it hard and kind of a little bit negative? It's funny because I was thinking about this the other day. My mother, my biological mother, she hasn't said anything, like nothing at all. Not you look great, mija, or anything. I just thought that was odd. She always says, positive things and whatnot, and I just thought it was odd that she hasn't said anything. My husband also, he's very supportive. He supports me with my healthy habits. He doesn't give me a hard time. He doesn't give me a hard time about the drinking. He hasn't really said anything positive. I think recently it's been a little bit more where I'll say, "Oh, I don't feel like going to the gym today. Oh, you've been doing so good, just go." And so he'll encourage me in that kind of way.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's been a journey to
How do
say the
you
least.
how do you deal with it? Because a lot of people fall off because of the reactions of other people that are not the supportive ones. Because I mean, we thrive on those. We like to get the compliment. We like to be seen. But when they start questioning or even the silence, a lot of times some people just give into that and then they quit. So you have not quit. You're still here. No plans of quitting. How have you managed to handle those situations?
I think it's just because when I set my mind on something, that's it. I'm 100% in. I'm dedicated. I'm not going to do anything to go off course. I'm going to complete it. Even my boss said the other day, wow, your attitude is just so different. You're so cheery now. I guess I'm always in a bad mood with him. No.
And I noticed that a lot. That's one of the things I noticed. That shift of attitude has been crazy.
But that goes to show you that when you're unhappy with yourself, it just affects you overall. I haven't experienced depression, but I'm assuming that what I was feeling was kind of depressed and not motivated and just unhappy with myself. And when you feel good and you start looking better, it's a game changer.
It's hard to give what you don't have. And so if you're in a place when you're unhappy with yourself, well, it's gonna show. It's gonna show at work and your interactions and now look at you crushing it, making progress every week, left and right. And now we can tell. We
Yeah.
feel that now too, because you show up different, you sound different, you look different, you speak different. It's like you said, it's a life change. It's not about just the vanity side of like, oh, I want to look good. Like it's literally a life change.
Not only is it, the workout sessions and you motivating us, and like I said, the people around me at the gym, but it's the app too, the app that we're in. It's the therapy that I didn't know I needed. And every Saturday, the Zooms, I could be sleeping in because I wake up early every day, but we do a Zoom every morning at 9, and it's so insightful, everything to listen to other people talk. And sometimes we don't say anything because they're saying it for you. They're going through the exact same thing. And so your issue is being resolved as someone else is talking about it because you can relate. I've learned a lot from myself. I've noticed even when they can't come to the gym, they try to follow the plan and showing up every Saturday. I think it helps them.
How's that different? Like you mentioned that, the app, the Saturday things, like how's that different from just doing the workout part? So a lot of people they just go work out and they don't have all this other side that you've been immersed in. And you've been on both, right? You've had seasons where you've come to Raw and you've just done the gym side. How's that different?
Oh, it's a huge difference. I mean, I've tried other, I'm not going to mention them. I've tried other places. They're just different. The environment is different. The coaching is different. I didn't feel comfortable, to be honest. It has everything to do with it. It's not just the workouts, it's overall everything that you offer. It's just amazing.
What I've seen over time is a lot of people don't take the leap of faith to join this program, this service, because they think it's the same as a bad experience they had somewhere else. And so you saying this right now, it's going to be very powerful because you've been on different places and you felt the difference. And a lot of times, I mean, us humans, we're just quick to box things like, okay, this is the same category, and we could be doing something totally different, like you've said here. But a lot of people don't even come to us because they're like, oh yeah, it's like that other place. Oh, it's like the same as
Done
that.
that. Yeah.
You've done that. I've done it too
Yeah.
in many different types of businesses that I am a consumer of. And so it's very refreshing that you say that so that people can see, okay, well, this is not the same. It is different than what I've gone through. I just want to ask you one last thing just for the interview. Is there something that you were skeptical going into a 12-week program? If so, what was that? And if not, what would you tell someone who's just about to do it, but they're just skeptical about it and not pulling the not taking the step?
I was actually talking to my sister about that last night. Didn't know I was doing the injections, and she mentioned it to me. She said she had been on them for 3 years, but they made her feel sick. Oh, I think she said I don't enjoy food or something, and that they made her feel sick and swollen. To be honest, when I first met with you and you mentioned the injections, I agreed to it, but I didn't think I was gonna follow through because I've seen people that have been on those, and I didn't want to have the Ozempic face. I didn't want to have the saggy skin. I was skeptical and I thought, well, I'll do it. And if I don't like it, I don't need to do it. Well, Octavio's not gonna force me to take the injection every Monday. But if you do the things that you're supposed to do, they work. They work, and you're not gonna look like some people that are out there that just do the injections and don't eat healthy or don't even try. I mean, because they just eat whatever and aren't working out.
There's a very big difference from just doing a shot and then using a shot as a tool along with the whole program. And I've seen a lot of people just like the shot is the end all be all, and that's all they do, and they don't have the structure for everything else, and it just goes bad. I mean, it's not a nice.
I mean, I've even seen people like they start losing their hair, or and I was like, oh my God, I don't want to lose it. I don't want to have those big old creases inside my head. But I haven't had any real side effects.
Because you're doing everything else right.
I honestly don't think that I would have progressed as much as I have without them, to
Yeah,
be honest.
it's a tool. Like the way we approach this is like it's the training wheels on the bike. It's not the bike.
Yeah.
It's so you get momentum, so you learn, you get your balance, and then eventually you get your goal. You have a strong lifestyle. You have your habits to where eventually you can start taking off the training wheels, right? But the people that the shot is the end all be all, and that's their entire strategy. I'm sorry. I feel sorry for them. I'm worried about them. I've helped a lot of people who did it wrong. They're like, Octavio, now I'm in this horrible spot. What do I do? Funny enough, that's why I started incorporating them. Because at first I was skeptical and I was opposed. But I found myself helping so many people that were doing it wrong anyway that I was like, well, let's just help people do it right from the get-go. So they don't have to go through all those setbacks and side effects and looking worse and then rebounding back. That's another thing too. Like some people get off of them bad and they just put all the weight back and some. And so we're gonna make sure we don't do that with you.
Something that I like too is the access that I have to the medical provider, because if I have an issue, all I have to do is text and say, "Oh, I have this," or "What do you recommend I do?" And I get feedback. I get feedback. So I try not to do out of office hours just because I mean I don't. Why would I want people? Well, they do. My clients email me all the time, but I know so because I work 8 to 5. I try to stick to during the work hours. But
Uh-huh.
I mean, they've even responded in the evening when I forget to ask something, and
Yeah,
every Monday they send me a message. Don't forget, look at the label, make sure you're taking the right one.
yeah,
One time I forgot to put it back in the refrigerator, so I was like, oh no, all day. So I texted them. I'm like, oh no, I forgot. So they asked me, like, where did you have it? They guided me and they said, okay, no, yeah, you can put it back in the refrigerator. Don't do it again.
yeah. I mean, we've had clients like even get a response on Sunday. So like I partner with these people because they have the same vision and values. If not, we would not be working together. So like
Mhm.
it's not, I know a lot of places is like, here's your shot, peace out, good luck. Hopefully everything works out. And that's not what we wanted to do. We wanted to do
Mhm.
a whole comprehensive approach to where whether you need help on the medical side, on the nutrition side, on the training, on the internal side, the mindset, the emotional, like that you are covered. Like if somebody's committed enough and they don't succeed with the whole setup we have now, like I don't want to toot our own horn, but I don't know what will work because we literally, as long as you're committed, we're showing you the way on all angles, and we're with you every step of the way. I'm sure
Mhm.
you would say that I'm not lying on that one.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Thank you, Sophia, for your time, for sharing so openly. We cannot wait to see, how far you get in the next 6 months, 12 months. Because start thinking about your 51st birthday. I know the 50 was big for you, your greatest gift, and you didn't have to drink and have a massive celebration. But
Yeah. Yeah.
how are we gonna
I was
arrive
at,
to 51?
I don't feel 50 at all. I mean, I'm not gonna mention names, but I took another coworker with me to try raw out, and she's almost half my age, and she couldn't hack it. So I feel that makes me feel good.
Heck yeah.
And she used to go to the gym. It was barely my second day. I embrace it now. Like It's just a number because I don't feel it.
That's awesome. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for sharing with us.